Hello, welcome to this late afternoon, early evening taste challenge. I have two Kentucky bourbon whiskeys with no website listing because one is discontinued and the other one might be discontinued. But anyway, this is Jim Beam Black, aged 8 years, sour mash. Oh yeah, I got to put that in my notes. The sour mash Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, and it's 86 proof. This is the old 86 proof. There's the Beam people. Here's a write-up about Jim Beam Black. Aged for 8 years. Now, this was introduced in 1992, but then in 2015, they replaced it with just extra aged, with no age statement. And then they replaced that about 2 years ago, or a year ago, what am I saying, 2024, with the 7-year age. So they went from 8-year to no age statement and then to 7-year. It's funny. So sour mash bourbon, 86 proof. Bird Dog, 80 proof Kentucky bourbon. Not that they don't claim it's straight bourbon. I don't know why it wouldn't be, because it seems to fit all the parameters. Maxwell says, hello, Ron Prevet. Peace to you, Maxwell. Burley Sullivan says, you. Cheers back to you. Okay, so you say, well, if it got discontinued in 2015, you bought it way back then? No, I bought this like 3 years ago. What happened was, glass bottle too, not plastic, with a real handle. They call these handles, but it has a handle on it. We found out, I think I found out, and I told my friend David, I think that's what happened, or he found out, but that a local store in Metairie, Louisiana had the regular bottles, the skinny 750s, and these of the 8-year black. And I was telling David, I said, that's not made anymore. That's an old one. Well, he was all excited. He went and bought a bottle, and then I bought this one. It was $32.99. Then the price jumped after we kept talking about it online. Maybe we should, but I have enough, I wasn't going to buy more than this anyway. But and then it's gone, people bought it all. And all they got at that store now is the 7-year age. Now, my local Walmart has the extra age and the 7. So they still have a few bottles left of the unaged, non-age statement, and then the new 7-year. So you can go there and buy both. I mean, I'm talking about mine. I made sure I bought all 3 because I wanted to try all 3. So I'm moisturizing the cork here. Real cork and a wooden cap. So that's a nice touch. And it's only $20 a bottle, $19.99. Now, I bought this a while back, not too long ago, but Walmart had it on closeout. See if this thing will focus. Yeah, there you go. There's the cork. $10. Let me repeat that. $10. I didn't go ask them a bunch of questions. I just said $10, I'm buying it. I never saw it again. Why did they sell it for so cheap? The obvious answer is it wasn't moving. They were selling the flavored versions. They got Bird Dog, blueberry, blackberry, peach, green apple, salted caramel. Those are pretty popular. Kind of a hot item, but I don't know, for whatever reason, people didn't want to buy the regular non-flavored Bird Dog. Now, if you look on their website, they mention They simply mention that they have non-flavored bourbons, a number of non-flavored. They might have like a barrel strength, bottle and bond, this one here, here. But they don't talk about it. They don't say what they are. So I can't discuss it because I don't know. I know they have this, or they had it, maybe no longer, maybe discontinued. I don't know. I've seen it one time, and that was at that Walmart, which is not even 1 mile away. Could almost look out the window and see it. And I never saw it again, but I'm glad I bought it. It's nothing great, but it's $10. So what the heck? Okay. You can see that the Jim Beam Black is much darker. Not exactly black, but pretty dark. Now, around the same time, no, actually 8 years later, this one's amber gold. 8 years later, they came out with the Crown Royal Black. Now, I don't know if they were copying off of Jim Beam, but the Crown Royal Black is also a higher proof Crown Royal, darker, they age it in charred oak, 90 proof. You say, they're just trying to make a Crown Royal bourbon style whiskey. Well, yeah, it's exactly what they're trying to do. And it succeeds. All right. Tommy Carroll says, cheers, Louisiana Liquor Reviews. Hope you're having a pleasant evening. I am, Tommy. Thank you. I worked over 8 hours today. All right. But I know some people work 12 hours, so I'm not saying that that's any kind of remarkable thing to work 8.5, something like that. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, find the Crown Royal Black. You're probably going to like it. To me, it's got a little bit more character than a regular Crown Royal. Now, I know there's a new Seagram's VO Black. Seagram's VO. I see it around at Rouse's, the black. And proof. Yeah, I know they're trying to mimic them, Crown Royal, but I haven't bought it. I got too much backstock at the moment, but watch. By the time I go to buy it, they'll probably discontinue it. I won't be able to get it. There's also VO Green Apple. Yeah, it's an apple whiskey. They run about $23 to $26. I guess I could wait it out, see if they have a sale. But like I say, I got Canadian whiskey backstock right now. I don't need any. It would be ridiculous to buy it. But we're on bourbon right now. This is a bourbon episode. Can you still find this 8-year age? Well, that would be very difficult to do. Now, I bought it, but that was 3 years ago. But I guess it's still possible. But where would you find it? This I do not know. So I can't help you. I cannot help you because I do not know. Okay, this smells like corn. I have to close my eyes because if I see the darker shade, I'm going to know it's the Jim Beam. Corn, yeah. You say, duh, bourbon. It is mostly corn. I know. Not really vanilla, though. Just like corn. Popcorn? I don't know. Sour mash. Now, that should help. Jim Beam usually not sour mash, but this one is. Maybe the extra is. Maybe the black is a sour mash. The extra age, the 7-year. I'd have to go look at the bottles. Sour mash bourbon sometimes gives off like a sourdough bagel type of flavor. So I could use that as a clue. Looking outside. I'm trying not to look down here. This one seems to have a little more depth and a little more char and maybe that molasses kind of thing. No, all mean. All right. Tasting at this very moment. Just regular You say, well, what's regular bourbon? Well, just think of whiskey in general, that aroma and flavor. If you ever had whiskey, and then think of corn or corn grits. If you go to Walmart and buy they usually sell white grits, but you could probably find the yellow grits. I bought a bag of the Dixie Lily, I think it's called, yellow corn grits, and they're really good. I think they're from Alabama. I don't know where Walmart gets their corn grits. They're called Great Value, as you would imagine. Any great difference? I would not say any. I would not say that there's any great difference. There is a marginal difference here. So would it be best just to buy whatever one is cheaper? Yeah, most likely. But that's a theoretical statement because, like I said, the chances of finding either one of these is practically non-existent. But I mean, I bought both, so there is a chance, right? Virtue of me having them. It's just that if you go on a search, probably going to come up with nothing. But guess you can't rule it out. This tastes like regular 80 proof bourbon. Like I said, I don't know why they're not calling it straight bourbon, because it seemed like it fits all the parameters. So that's an unexplained thing. Yeah, now I'm starting to get a little more body, which would be that 86 proof versus 80, or 43% alcohol versus 40. I'm getting more char. They're riding bikes. I'm getting more charred oak, charcoal. I don't know about the charcoal. Now the sourdough doesn't really seem sourdough. I say sour mash, but I mean the sourdough. But it doesn't seem to be making a major impact. But it's there. Well, maybe it's not there. Okay, I'm going to call this the Jim Beam, and I think it's slightly better, but it's close. I could tell by the darkness that it is, but I put tags below just to be sure. You see, except for those occasions where I'm running my mouth and I get the tags mixed up, which is a tragedy. Cheers. Oh yeah, I already read that. Jay Walsh says, when will you do a Miller Lite revisited? Oh, I don't know. Could be a long time. Could be a long time before I do that. So if you do run across Jim Beam Black, I would recommend it. Is it worth the $32.99? Oh, definitely worth that. For this big handle, gotta do it. Let's see, 32. Start over. $14 a bottle. Yeah, you're not gonna find $14.14 a bottle. You're never gonna find Jim Beam Black for that price. No way. I'm talking about the current one. It's probably like $23, maybe a little cheaper at Total Wine. I got it for $16.99. But I think Total Wine got me beat. I think they have it really cheap. I don't know why. Oh, Mathern's had it for $9.99. Of course, after I had already bought my bottle, but that was an anomaly. That was really an anomaly. Oh, let me take that back. They had it for $7.99. Oh, can you believe it? I should have bought it, huh? I should have bought another bottle. $7.99. That was, and of course, it did not last one day. Yeah, 19.99 at Total Wine and More. That's cheaper than Walmart. So, eh, if you shop around, you can probably get a decent deal on Jim Beam Black. Talking about the current 7 year. Is the 7 year any good? Can't say. I never had it. I would assume it's probably very similar to this, but it's a question I cannot quite answer. Lately, been making a cocktail called a gimlet gin and a lime cordial. My daughter probably knows more about that. Because she does a lot of gin cocktails, and she like does real. She's like real investigative in that, likes to investigate different ones. So she likes trying all kind of gin brands. I just can't get into it, and but I don't have time. I got too many other. I mean, look how much I'm getting caught up in the whiskey, bourbon, blended, Canadian blended, Irish blended, Scotch single malts, Scotch blended. I mean, there'd be no time. There would be no practical way you could do it. But I don't know what they're doing out there. Bird dog's fine. No problem. I don't have any problem with bird dog. It's just kind of bland. But it doesn't taste nasty or bad. Gin is probably my favorite spirit, says Joe Cobb. Well, certainly my daughter's favorite. And I know gin, they got bars in New Orleans that are gin bars. You hear what I'm saying? And I think other countries, not just New Orleans, Louisiana, they just focus on gin cocktails, gin spirits. And that's cool, but that's not what I'm interested in. But I take no issue with people that are interested in it. So yeah, the winner by not a whole lot, not a whole lot, but the winner is Jim Beam Black. I have to give him the credit, and so that puts me at, let's see, 12 total contests, and what, 8 and 4? I think 8 and 4. I know I got 4 wrong. Yeah, 8 and 4. 8 wins, 4 losses. So I think I'm gonna like, was it 7 and 4 when I had 11 contests, something like that. Yeah, I'm wrong a few times, but I think I'm going to end up with a winning record. Can't say for sure, but I've got Evan Williams coming up, the green label, which is hard to find. Most people have a hard time finding Evan Williams green label, which is 80 proof and aged 3 years, and it's sour mash and it's charcoal filtered. But we can get the 80 proof here, not easily, but we can get it. Uh, and then I've got Evan Williams 1783. Well, most every liquor store sells that one. I got the American Heroes edition. I probably will get those right. So that would put me at like 10 and 4, 10 wins, 4 losses. That's not a terrible thing, considering that I thought it would be so difficult. I just really thought when I started this after tasting it that I'd be lucky to finish 7 and 7. I thought 7 wins, 7 losses would be almost like uh, almost considered a win, but no. I really do believe, can't say for sure, but I do believe I I could finish with 10 wins, 4 losses. Oh, I'd be delighted with that. So, is it worth the 1999 Bird Dog Select Stock? That's questionable. Questionable. It's definitely worth the $10 I paid at Walmart. Thank you, Walmart. Is this one worth the 32.90? 32? Absolutely. There's no question there. Okay, so last comments, then I'm out of here. I'm on the lookout for straight blackberry Indiana whiskey and bourbon blend at 84 proof. Probably be on the lookout at. I never heard of that, but that doesn't mean much. But I never heard of it. I know blackberry. There's the Crown Royal blackberry, which is so popular these days. But although personally I thought it was bland myself. Wasn't a bad flavor. It's kind of good, but it was sort of bland. And then this guy I work with, he said, well, blackberries are kind of bland. But there's Bird Dog blackberry. I know that. There's what's that one comes in a mason jar, old something. I see it all the time. I never buy it. I don't like they use soy milk or something in it. I don't want it anyway, but they have a blackberry. Well, that's like the thing now. All the liquor companies got a blackberry cocktail cordial something. Yeah, that's fine. The whiskey crowd I was talking to said it tastes like real blackberry, not that medicinal syrup as much. Old Smoky, yeah, Old Smoky. Well, I didn't find that the Crown Royal tastes like medicine or anything. It just didn't have much flavor. Didn't taste fake, didn't taste artificial, it didn't taste nasty. It just tasted like not much of anything. So when I finished the bottle, I was like, well, that was a kind of a ho-hum experience. I guess it took me about a month to finish it. Okay, so stay tuned, and then we'll be on to couple of more bourbons, Evan Williams, 1783 Heroes Edition. Then it's on to American Blended Whiskey, which I know a lot of people got mixed feelings. Well, they don't have mixed feelings about it. They got negative feelings about it. Okay. American Blended Whiskeys are many times questionable, but I have some decent ones, honestly. I have some decent ones. All right, y'all take care. Bye-bye.